Gravity Falls is over, but its characters are still working. They're appearing in the background of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, popping up in The Simpsons, and even getting bootlegged in a Chip and Dale movie. To put it mildly, the town of Gravity Falls is the center of a dimensional crossroads. We found every reference, every cameo, and every single time Bill Cipher proved he's always watching, even in other shows. Get ready because what we found proves this mystery is bigger than you ever thought. The biggest, most mind-blowing references aren't just subtle nods, they are full-on creator-confirmed crossovers that tie Gravity Falls into a much larger multiverse. The most famous of all, you see, is the connection to Rick and Morty. This isn't just a fan theory. In the Gravity Falls episode Society of the Blind Eye, Grunkle Stan's Fez, a notepad, and his property of Stan Pine's mug are all sucked into the universe portal. For a long time, that was just a gag. But then, years later, fans spotted something unbelievable. In the Rick and Morty episode, Close Recounters of the Rick Kind, as Rick is trying to escape, a portal opens up on the ground, and what comes flying out? The exact same mug, pen, and notepad. The thing nobody tells you is that this was 100% planned. Gravity Falls creator Alex Hirsch and Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland are good friends. They've even done voices on each other's shows. This portal connection implies that Rick Sanchez may have visited the town of Gravity Falls and interacted with Stan's brother, Ford Pines, the portal's creator. In fact, the official Gravity Falls Journal 3 book, released after the show ended, has a coded message from Ford that mentions a plaid-shirted, spiky-haired visitor who warned him about Bill Cipher. But the connection doesn't stop there. In the Rick and Morty episode The Rick Shank Rickdemption, when Morty and Summer are at the Citadel of Ricks, take a close look at the background. Walking right there, plain as day, are two Mortys styled to look exactly like Dipper and Mabel. There's a Dipper Morty complete with the blue pine tree hat, and a Mabel Morty wearing a colorful sweater. Then there's Amphibia. This isn't just a reference, it's practically a spin-off episode. The creator of Amphibia, Matt Braley, was a writer and storyboard artist on Gravity Falls, and he packed an episode with loving tributes. In the episode Wax Museum, and in the Planters visit a roadside attraction called the Curiosity Hut. Sound familiar? It's a perfect Frog World version of the Mystery Shack. But what many overlooked at first is who runs it. The owners are two frogs named Curator Pons and Frog Seuss. Pons is a perfect copy of Grunkle Stan, right down to the fez and the greedy attitude. And Frog Seuss is, well, Frog Seuss. They even got Alex Hirsch himself to voice both characters. The episode is filled with other references, including a creature that looks like the Grimloblin and a fake missing poster for a frog version of Stan's brother Ford. To put it mildly, this is the most direct and loving tribute Gravity Falls has ever received. These two shows confirm it. Gravity Falls isn't just one story, it's a hub that connects to countless other worlds. But what about the show's main villain? His influence spreads even further. Bill Cipher was defeated, but his image lives on. As an interdimensional being, it makes sense that he'd pop up in other realities. And boy, does he ever. He is by far the most referenced part of Gravity Falls, with his iconic triangle form appearing in a shocking number of shows. The most famous cameo has to be in The Simpsons. In the 2021 episode Bart's in Jail, Loki, the god of mischief, is casting illusions. He shows off his many forms, and one of them is Bill Cipher. Not a lookalike, but Bill himself. Complete with his top hat and bow tie, floating and identified as a crypto scammer. For Alex Hirsch, this was a massive deal. He tweeted that he'd been a Simpsons fan his whole life and that he could die happy after this cameo. But the Simpsons crew wasn't done. In the show's 750th episode, Homer's Adventures Through the Windshield Glass, you can spot Bill Cipher just chilling on a tree in the background. Bill's evil has also spread to DuckTales. In one episode, the crew finds Isabella Finch's original Junior Woodchuck guidebook. As they flip through the pages, a drawing of Bill Cipher is clearly visible, listed among other legendary myths and monsters. This implies that in the DuckTales universe, Bill is a known and cataloged threat. He even made his way to Netflix. In the beautifully animated show Hilda, fans spotted two chilling references. In one episode, Hilda and Frida enter the witch's tower and find a terrifying void monster that is nothing but a collection of disembodied, yellow, cat-like eyes, identical to the eyes Bill Cipher uses when he's watching. Later in that same episode, a book is open in the library, and a drawing of Bill is right on the page. He's also in Inside Job, a show Alex Hirsch executive produced. On a security camera screen, a billboard flashes by, and for a split second, you can see Bill's outline. He's also a plushie in a claw machine in Big City Greens, and a similar looking triangle god appears in Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitty. Even in Amphibia, on top of the Curiosity Hut, Bill's image appears in a book of lore and as a sculpture in the mall. Bill is everywhere, but he's not the only one dimension hopping. Sometimes it's not a major plot point, but a simple blink and you'll miss it cameo that sends fans into a frenzy. The cast of Gravity Falls has a habit of just showing up. Star vs. the Forces of Evil is a goldmine for these. In the episode Camping Trip, keep your eyes on the crowd. That's right, that's Seuss. Or at least a character with his identical character model, seen only from the back, complete with the same shirt, hair, and body shape. But that's not all. In the episode Starstruck, you can see a group of tourists who look exactly like the tourists from the Gravity Falls opening theme song. It's the same elderly couple and the same woman, just with slightly different outfits. The show's creators clearly had fun with this. Marco's locker also has a sticker for the band several times, the clone boy band from Gravity Falls. And in another episode, gnomes are sold that look just like the ones Dipper and Mabel first fought. Then there's the big one. In the 2022 movie Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, our heroes end up in a bootlegging warehouse where cartoon characters are taken, altered, and forced to star in terrible knockoff movies. As they look through the cages, you can see a bootlegged Dipper. His nose has been changed, but there's no mistaking the pine tree hat, the vest, and the journal. The main cast also took a trip through time and space in the show Future Worm. During a dimension hopping sequence, the main characters fly directly through Gravity Falls, where Dipper, Mabel, and Grunkle Stan are standing right outside the Mystery Shack. But the weirdest cameo might be in Wander Over Yonder. Lord Dominator is watching a cartoon called Mystery Kid Mysteries, which is a perfect parody fusing Gravity Falls with Scooby-Doo. You can see the characters that are a mix of Dipper and Shaggy, Mabel and Daphne, and Grunkle Stan and Fred. There's even a Seuss-Scooby hybrid. It's a bizarre and hilarious tribute from one creative team to another. These are all wild, but one connection is so deep, it rewrites Gravity Falls history. This is the one that changes everything. It's a theory, but the evidence is so strong it's practically canon. We're talking about the Owl House and its connection to Grunkle Stan's long-lost ex-wife. In Gravity Falls, Stan mentions he was married for less than a day in Vegas to a woman named Marilyn. Then he says she had hair like an airline stewardess and a neon pink shirt, and she charmed him into marrying her just to steal his car and all his winnings. Now, fast forward to the Owl House, a show created by Dana Terrace, Alex Hirsch's partner, who also worked on Gravity Falls. The main character, Ida the Owl Lady, is a powerful witch from another dimension. She often uses a portal to travel to the human world to steal junk to sell. And what's the human alias she uses? Marilyn. We also learn that Ida was in Las Vegas at one point. And in flashbacks, what does she look like? She has the exact same big hair Stan described, and she wears a neon pink shirt. The show even has her say she had a brief, unexplained marriage. The connection is undeniable. Grunkle Stan's ex-wife Marilyn was Ida the Owl Lady from another dimension who conned him and fled back to her world. This theory is so popular that even the show's creators have playfully confirmed it. But the secrets don't stop there. In the very first episode of The Owl House, Dipper's iconic pine tree hat can be seen in Ida's junk pile. In the kids' show Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum, Journal 3 is sitting on a bookshelf. And in an episode of the old Cartoon Network show Mad, a character claims to know every line from Gravity Falls. Right before a government tracking screen appears listing Dipper, Mabel, Stan, Wendy, and Seuss as targets. Perhaps the strangest reference of all is one you can see in real life. In an episode of the live-action show American Ride, the host visits a resort in Redwood National Park. On a sign, you can clearly see a drawing of Bill Cipher. This isn't a TV prop. Alex Hirsch and the Gravity Falls crew actually went on a road trip, and Hirsch drew that Bill Cipher himself as a real-world Easter egg for fans to find. Even in our world, Gravity Falls has left its mark. So which cameo is the most shocking? And did Stan's ex-wife Ida make the right move? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe because the mystery is always out there.